So, a favorite quote or passage that stood out to me from these chapters would be the one that was made by an American trainer who stated that if you give a Hmong an M1 rifle and 50 rounds of ammunition in the morning, by night they'd be able to kill someone at 200 yards, which is impressive. And despite their time-tested resilience, people often underestimated them and would marvel at them when they excelled at something. To me, their meticulousness and intelligence is not surprising, considering also the devotion that they give to the things they deem important. So their beliefs, their family, they give great care and consideration to those things. And, once they are devoted to something, they go all into it. So it doesn't surprise me that they would be capable of these kinds of things. Especially considering the amount of times in the book where people underestimated their their intelligence, their humor. They just considered them to be just to be difficult. And my feelings from these chapters, the emotions, considering the tone of the previous chapters, I knew Leah and her family were going to suffer a tragedy at some point. It was still very saddening to read the details of her final seizure and the minutes that were being lost, and you kind of feel the hope fading from your heart as you read on, because it's going to culminate in something, sad and unfixable. And I very much wished I had the capability to interpret between the families and the doctors, because the doctors regarded the Hmong as difficult or intelligent, and the Hmong sought their help but still considered the doctors and the medicine a danger to their daughter. But, there's you can do all kinds of things that go against what you thought you believed when you were desperate, when someone you love is in danger, in mortal danger especially. But instead of having help with their situation, they were just seen as obstinate and a hindrance to the child's maintenance and recovery. But of course, the doctors were not taking into consideration, their religion, their beliefs, and they always thought and felt they were doing what was best for their daughter. So even when her father tried to take her and run from the hospital, that was him doing his best for her, for their family. Because, in his eyes, they were killing his daughter. And to the doctors, he was killing his daughter. It's just very frustrating to read both sides of it. And since you can see both sides from a bird's eye view, it doesn't feel like either side is wrong, just in how they go about, I guess their interactions. The book also said that when you come across someone from a different culture, religion, or place, you tend to look down on them or consider them less than because you don't understand. But also the doctors didn't seem like they were trying very hard to understand. They know, they have a vast amount of knowledge medically, and in their minds that's what counts, not what her parents want. Even though in their minds they're trying to save her soul, her spirit, and the doctors just did not understand that that's what they were trying to do, and would be understandably angry at the parents for him taking her out of her bed and ripping out her nasogastric tube. But everybody was in their own way just trying to save her.